Hey, it's Ultra Life today. Kyle Drew, meat-eating, tofu-hating nutritionist, sitting in for Josh Bellew and Adam Payne, joined by Lisa Loos. She is a nutritional health coach at Natural Grocers. I hope you have one in your state. Natural Grocers, 170 plus stores around the country. We like Lisa on this show. We're having her on for a few different episodes. I hope that you decide to be a regular guest.
Okay.
We are talking today about, we're supplement people. We like the supplements.
Yeah,
That's just how it...
The supplements.
Yeah, and so I don't want to do the show that says, here's the reason that you take dietary supplements. You see, food doesn't have everything that we know why you take supplements. We know that there is, Lisa thinks that maybe you don't know. Lisa, the look on her face says, well, maybe that does need to be said. Okay, if you want to say it, you can say it. You can say it.
Okay. So I'm at the store and I'm talking to people as they come in, especially people that are new to Natural Grocers. What happens is they'll come up for some nutrition advice or some health advice, and they'll say, well, I want to get it all through food. And then we go through what they're eating, and they're not going to get it all through food. That'd be like a miracle. And and then they want just one thing, and that there's no magic pill. Except maybe me.
Yeah, right. You're the magic pill.
I'm the magic pill. So that's because we find out how to do it. But what sometimes explained to them is the way our conventional food system is, they're not getting the nutrients, even if they're eating a diet, fairly clean. The food doesn't have what it used to have in it. And we can pull all that research at another time, but empower yourselves. Look that stuff up. But so that's why supplements are important. And so we do have those conversations. Why can't I do it all from food?
Lisa wanted to make sure that we knew the supplements. You were right. I was wrong. Okay, so...
We're not playing that game. I'm not trying to power you.
We're going to talk about our favorite supplements.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that... when you've done this for a while, you start taking various supplements, and there are certain things perhaps that make you feel great that other people might take it and they're like, I don't know. This is how it is with Josh Bellew and I. Josh and I are good friends, and he will take something. By the way, I buy this at Natural Grocers, what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
He takes fulvic acid. Fulvic acid is like a multi-mineral kind of thing. He takes it, and it's like the clouds part. I take it because I know that I need that mineral underpinning, and so I put it in my smoothie in the morning and mix it with all the rest of the stuff. I don't feel anything, but I get the liquid fulvic acid from Natural Grocers. I can't remember the name of it, but this is the way that it's going to work with you guys. If you're new to supplementation, people are going to recommend, hey, you should take this. This just changed my life. And you take it and you're going, And the same way it is with pharmaceutical medicine. You know this. Not everything works for everybody. It's just a genomic individuality. And this is why we try different things. And a lot of times what I like to do is be kind of a tour guide of some different ideas and some different things that maybe you've never tried before, and maybe you'd like to try them. Lisa, you're just sitting in a sea of supplements every day at Natural Grocers.
Yes, I am.
Over the years, you've probably found a few that you like and that you keep coming back to again and again and again. Anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, I have some favorites.
Okay.
I take a coenzymated B complex all the time because we need it for everything. All our systems. That's just a good insurance policy for me.
And B complex.
Yeah, B complex.
So a B complex, but you take one, and this is why we need to make sure people understand it. A coenzymated
Or
B complex
methylated.
or methylated, right? Look it up.
You can absorb them, and if you
Right.
have trouble absorbing things that you can't methylate, that's a way to make sure.
I think Country Life has one that's
Emerald Labs.
Emerald Labs has one.
Even Natural Grocers has their own brand.
Oh, no kidding.
Of coenzymated B complex, so that's a real good one.
Okay, so you take that most days.
I take that most days. We recommend a multi all the time. I use food-based ones. I like Mega Food, Garden of Life, but Mega Food because they don't. They test for glyphosate. So if you don't know, that's the active ingredient in Roundup. So it's glyphosate free. It's a whole food one. I like a multi. That's an insurance policy. That's like insurance on your home, your car, and it's to fill nutritional voids.
Yep.
So that's a pretty inexpensive way to do that. Whoops.
Hey.
Banging the mic here.
Right. So,
getting a little excited over supplements.
Well, and by the way, when you talk about a multivitamin, there's the idea of the multivitamin and then the multi-nutrient formula, right? In other words, there are some that, yes, here are all the vitamins and here are all the minerals, but then there are others that have all of those, plus they have extra things, alpha lipoic acid, N-acetylcysteine, phosphatidylserine, a whole bunch of other things, but a multi-nutrient formula.
Okay.
And then there's also the capsule or there are these powders, these greens that have a bunch of different foods, berries, greens, reds, various things that are just foods themselves that are dehydrated, dried down, turned into a powder. And I think that by having, when you're doing it that way, you're supplementing actual food.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that.
I like that idea.
Yep.
So,
are you much of a protein shake person yourself? Not so much? No? I am.
I'm a food.
Yeah, you like the real the real food.
Yeah,
right. I get it.
I like protein.
I like to make a protein shake every day. And you know what I do in the mornings? I've got this routine now. If I have coffee, if I have tea, I will put it in a... Dave Asprey's going to love this. He's the one that taught me this as Bulletproof Coffee started coming around. Yeah. And so he came on the TV show, The Cause, that I was doing with Doug Kaufman. And we met, and it was just so much fun. And then he blew up, and it's just been incredible, his ride. But ever since meeting him, I really don't just make coffee and pour it in a cup and drink it. I put it in a blender, and then I mix stuff in with it. Among those things nowadays, I put in like 30 grams of collagen protein. I used to put in about 10, a scoop, and then I added a bit more. And more recently, I read some more stuff that made me think, you know what? I want more collagen. Since I've been doing that and make this collagen, creamy, stevia sweetened coffee in the morning, I feel so much better. Collagen has not worked for me until I got the dosing way, way high. That's just me. A lot of people can take, one scoop, be fine, and they feel the difference. Not me. I have not felt the difference until I got it up to 30 grams a day. And since I've been doing that, I feel so much better. I mean, my skin, feel my leg. I'm just kidding. But really and truly, the skin, it's so soft compared to the way that it was. And the joints, I take something for joints all the time, but golly, the collagen at 30 grams feels fantastic. So I actually do. That's not my primary protein shake. I do a different one with whey protein.
No, I do collagen.
Okay, you do.
I do it, and I do it his way.
The Dave Asprey way.
Yeah. And I use between 20 and 30.
Do you really?
I love my
wow.
collagen, and I use either MCT oil with it or
Yep.
butter because
Yep.
that'll stabilize blood sugar too.
Yep.
And it tastes good. I don't need stevia because I don't need sweetened.
Yeah, you don't really.
Yeah.
You've not really been a sweet tooth, from what I could tell.
Except the whole frosting episode.
Oh,
but
yeah.
that was like
She went on a frosting tear.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was like just a frosting binge.
Okay,
But
okay.
I've admitted and made my amends.
That's right. But
Okay.
normally you're not really a sweet tooth,
No,
right?
and my
Okay.
coffee, I used to be.
Yep.
I used to use honey in it, but I don't need it sweet anymore.
Did you eliminate it slowly, by the way? Or did you just say, I just don't
want it? You know
want
what? As my wellness journey or my health journey progressed, I just started eliminating
little things after a
little
bit?
sweeteners and stuff. Used to use sugar in coffee, liked it. It was more like dessert coffee. Now I love my coffee now. It does have the collagen. I always have cream in it because I like cream.
Yep.
But I'll either use butter or MCT because it makes my tummy feel better when I drink the coffee, and it makes my lips feel good when it like that slick.
Yeah,
so
kinda,
I like
right.
that.
Yeah,
but
kinda-
but yeah, I don't have any joint pain. And we got to remember, even if you're doing it for vanity, hair, skin, and nails, collagen, your veins have that. It's your bones. The major constituent is collagen. I mean, it's your major protein in your body, and so
Well, and
or
when
a big one. Yeah.
Well, and you
need it.
when it comes to the way everybody has their own theory about the way humans used to eat.
Yes.
So blah, 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 blah. But the whole nose to tail movement, whereby if you're eating meat, you're not just eating, steak, you're adding in liver, you're adding in other things like that. But part of that is also the collagen. And part of that, like bone broth.
Yeah.
Things like that. This is sort of, according to some theories, the way that we've always eaten up until industrialization, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that's true, but whatever. I do see the value in it, though. I see the value in being able to add all of those things together. And collagen, this is what I want to say about it. There are supplements that are going to work for you if you can get the dosing right.
Yes.
If you can get the dosing right. I've done collagen and I was like, ho hum, who cares? But then I got the dosing right and I'm like, oh,
You see the
collagen.
difference, yeah.
Collagen. Okay. Now I'm on board with it. Whey protein shakes I do, gym and all of the stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like you. I would prefer that you get it through whole food. Are you a fish oil person?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. Are you? I kind of like to get. For me, also, if I can get the dosing a little bit higher, for whatever reason, I go with about 4 to 8 grams of fish oil supplementally. Huh?
That's a few pills.
It's a few pills, or you get the good concentrated liquid, and it's a good tablespoon. But once again, fish oil was just always something that I took because it was good for me. And then I got the dosing, and suddenly it's like, oh, so this is what all of the fuss is about.
Okay.
Right?
So, brain health.
Magnesium?
Wait, I didn't finish on the fish
Oh,
oil.
good. Give me some
what
fish.
I was going to tell you is the way I do it and talk to the people that come in for that is I never do just one thing. So not just the supplement, but if you can do it, add the fish, add the sardines, add the stuff. So you're getting things from different angles. The hard one, or the one to pay attention to, cod liver oil, because it has vitamin D
And A.
and A in it. And sometimes you have to, they're fat soluble, so they stay in your system. You have to watch the dosages on that. And I'm not a doctor. Doctors will check your levels on those things. But so I kind of go from both angles, is what I'm saying. So
I, again, talking about just different supplements.
He
Maybe
doesn't
not
think that's exciting.
It is exciting. This is what I'm saying. Supplements and dosing that not everybody thinks about. I'll tell you one thing that I bought. Remember during COVID and everything shut down. This is just me. This is not advice. It's just what I did. But among other things that I did during that time, I raided the shelves of every health food store in Oklahoma City of NAC. N-acetylcysteine. I'm getting some applause from the studio crew. NAC, N-acetylcysteine. A lot of reasons why. Look it up. Don't want to pretend like I'm going... FDA, just keeping it. But it looked like NAC was about to be eliminated as an over-the-counter option there for a while. And so as a result, I just backed the truck up and bought as much NAC as I could. And that was 2020. This is 2024. I am only just now on my final bottle of that NAC, Lisa. But I love it. I love it. For liver. My understanding is that emergency rooms carry NAC for those who come in having overdosed on acetaminophen. And it is just a liver detoxifier. I know a lot of people don't care for that term, but we're going to use it loosely. A liver detoxifier. I take it every day, and I take it a couple of times. Do you?
Because they also use it for respiratory health.
They use it
for kidney support. They use it for detox pathways. And you say, oh, that's not sexy. Let me tell you.
It's very sexy.
Let me tell you, I think it's very sexy. Because if your detox pathways aren't working, you're collecting poison.
You're in trouble.
In there. Yeah. So some of it's your digestive system, your renal system, all that stuff. You want it to be optimal, and that's one of those things NAC is great for.
Yeah.
And so I've done that for years now too. I did not buy everything on the shelf. I was arguing with the TV at that point.
I was too.
COVID, I had to argue a little. I thought it was interactive, but nobody listened.
Nobody listened. I will say that I remember back in literally the 1980s, I was watching a TV show. I was a teenager from 80 to 89. So those were my teen years. And I came home from school and I watched a show called Donahue. Phil Donahue was hosting it. And there was a couple of guests one day, and I don't remember their names, but they wrote a book called Smart Drugs. Smart Drugs. I bought the book. I still have the book. Do you know what it was actually? It wasn't drugs. It was nootropics.
Okay.
Brain nutrients. They didn't know any better than to just call it drugs back then. But we were talking about natural brain health nutrients. That was back in about 1985. Now we're in 2024, and lots of your friends and neighbors now know about nootropics. There's a lot of them on there. Joe Rogan and his crew, great stuff. These are tremendous products. I love the ones that they're doing it on it. I love so many of the other ones. I take different combos of these brain nutrients. And let me tell you, it's like everything else. You are a fingerprint. Mm-hmm. And when you take some of these nutrients, let me give you an example. Dr. Daniel Amen, brain health doc.
Yes.
He reports that he loves looking at the brain scans of people who take ginkgo and vinpocetine together. Ginkgo and vinpocetine. These two, circulation, that kind of thing. Do you know I have taken ginkgo and vinpocetine for 20 years and I don't feel a thing. But I like what Dr. Amen said about, it really brightens up the old brain on scans. There are other ones, other brain nutrients that when I take it, oh, baby, I feel it. Alpha GPC, citicoline, different things like that. I feel the difference. And if you start to try some of these, maybe you try the Onnit, maybe you try other nootropics that different folks make. But really and truly, this just, I think, can change the game for a lot of people. We lose our brain health, we're in trouble.
Yeah, and I know that because, my stepmom just died last week.
Oh, no.
And had dementia.
Oh,
so
my.
that is a big focus for me. Is brain health. I teach classes in it. Talk to my people that come in to see me. And so, yeah, those nootropics, starting with food, starting with movement, but there are some really good ones. I'm a big fan of Paul Stamets. I'm a lion's mane girl. And
Lion's mane is medicinal mushroom. Yeah,
yes,
Paul Stamets.
yes. And that's how that I add into that's every day. Things like that, phosphatidylserine. And so... we were talking about the omegas, the fish oil. That's another brain health.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. And so
my mom also died with dementia in
it's
2018.
horrible.
And she is one of 7 sisters. All of her sisters died with Alzheimer's. And so it runs like a river through my family. Do you think I'm not interested in preserving brain health?
Yeah.
Anyone who has watched a loved one, it's a challenging situation. And God bless you. I'm sorry. This is one of these shows that kind of goes from this to that. Let's take a break, fellas,
we're fine.
if we can.
We're fine.
Are we okay?
I'm fine. Yep.
Okay.
Because this stuff needs to be out there.
Okay.
You need to know how that you might have some power. And my disclaimer, this is not intended to diagnose, treat, or mitigate any disease, but I believe Dr. Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza, hanging out or listening to all these people on these nootropics, it makes a difference. And wherever we are, however old, because I'm paying attention to my paternal grandma had dementia and died that way. My maternal didn't, so I'm thinking at least I got I'm doing good there. But then I also looked how they live and eat. And so and so I also remember lifestyle, what we're thinking, who we're hanging with, that it's not all we're just doomed. Epigenetics is above genetics, so that's where these things come into play, these nootropics. So
when we think about favorite supplements, we have to remind ourselves that they are supplemental.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is part of the overall picture. It's not. I have done this. A lot of people have done this where you try to make supplements the central thing.
Yeah.
That's just not going to work, y'all. We need to make sure that we're getting it done with the whole lifestyle.
Synergistically, yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
I think that you get the point. There's a lot of folks out there who are new to supplements. I would invite you to visit Natural Grocers. Natural Grocers, 170 plus stores around the country. Every single one of their locations comes equipped with a real live nutritional health coach. Lisa Loos is the one at my store in South Oklahoma City. Find yours, depend on them, visit with them, and develop your good health plan. Give me your hand. I love you.
I love you.
I feel you. I know what you're going through. Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Ultra Life Today.